Hello everyone, it's Theme Park Avenue, I'm Eric. Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, Jungle Cruise, Space Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Peter Pan's Flight. What do all of these rides have in common? Besides being classics considered some of the best rides not just at Magic Kingdom, but in any theme park, they are all somewhere between 40 and 50 years old. Magic Kingdom's best rides are quite old. The last truly great ride they got was Splash Mountain in 1992, and that's gone now. Nothing wrong with being a classic, but looking at the rides we've lost in favor of some unspectacular new stuff, it seems to me Magic Kingdom is far past its golden age and may never return to that. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you love all the new stuff they've added and even think they've improved since the 90s. However, I'm going to discuss the major attractions built this century, along with the rides that have been lost, and why they have led to Magic Kingdom becoming a less charming, less enjoyable, and less worth visiting park over the years. Leading into the 2000s, we got Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin and The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. These are decent rides, they're pretty fun, but no one really considers them top tier attractions the way they do with similar rides at other parks. Looking at Buzz Lightyear, comparing it to Men in Black Alien Attack at Universal, many prefer the Universal version, and to a lesser extent Toy Story Mania has gotten more respect than Buzz Lightyear, even though that one's a bit more divisive. And then the Winnie the Pooh ride is outshined by nearly every modern dark ride at other parks. So already, bleeding into the 2000s not the best start, and with the early 2000s, Magic Kingdom's rides and attractions that were somewhat major include Magic Carpets of Aladdin, Mickey's PhilharMagic, and Stitch's Great Escape. PhilharMagic is now a forgotten experience. It's probably still one of the best non-rides in the park though, so that's not really a great look. Magic Carpet is a second spinner. It is less charm than Dumbo. It fits less. There's just really nothing to praise about that one, honestly. And Stitch's Great Escape was among the most hated attractions, and while it is gone, it replaced Alien Encounter. That's unforgivable. Kind of like how Frozen Ever After replaced an atmospheric and great attraction, Maelstrom, with something based on a Disney film that didn't have a lot of effort put in. This is the same kind of thing. None of these rides really blended with their lands that well. Stitch being in Tomorrowland was the best fit, and that doesn't even really work, so that kind of speaks volumes about how poorly integrated it is, and the fact that people used to think the grand theming and cohesion is one of the best things about Magic Kingdom. The fact that that's been being lost for 20 years, not very good to know. A similar issue is found with Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. This one is an okay, somewhat funny thing, but it does not fit with Tomorrowland very well at all. It is better than Stitch was. And then this came out in 2007, and I should point out, the real issue comes into play here. The next, and so far last major attraction that went to Magic Kingdom was Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This came out in 2014. That's 7 years after Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, which was hardly a major attraction anyway. This is a pretty big gap. And the next one's going to be Tron Lightcycle Power Run in 2023. It was planned to be 2021, mind you, but unfortunately, even if I give them benefit of the doubt with COVID and such, that's still another 7-year gap. Other parks similar to Magic Kingdom don't have these kinds of gaps for new rides. Few Disney parks have had this at all in recent memory. Look at Epcot. We had From Frozen to Ratatouille, that was 2016 to 2021. A bit large, but not as egregious as Magic Kingdom. Not to mention we got Cosmic Rewind 1 year later after Ratatouille. And this one's not even a ride-focused park, especially not as much as Magic Kingdom, which is most well known for its rides and theming, not its food around the world like Epcot. And I won't even go into Hollywood Studios, that's one, unfair, because they've added a crazy amount of stuff in recent years. And to be fair, Animal Kingdom has a similar issue to Magic Kingdom with this, but I'll explain why it's more excusable in a bit, and it'll answer some questions you're undoubtedly asking yourself right now. A more important comparison is the competitor, Universal Orlando Resort. They have brought in several major attractions frequently, constantly having new stuff, typically improving, sometimes not, but let's get into studios. Universal Studios Florida added not great attractions, but still got stuff in 2017, 2018, and we'll get something in summer 2023. Islands of Adventure, this is where Disney is just shut out. We lost Dragon Challenge back in 2017, but as a result got Hagrid's in 2019, Velocicoaster in 2021, and even before that, 2016 gave us Skull Island Reign of Kong. So they've added highly respected rides fairly recently, and while we lost one classic for it, that's not as bad as what we lost at Magic Kingdom in place of some weaker stuff, to say the least. We lost Snow White's Scary Adventures. That was replaced with a meet and greet, which I think is ridiculous. And then Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is technically the replacement for that, but while it gets long lines, that's not a spectacular ride. It's a worse version of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. It has less speed, weaker theming. There's really nothing I enjoy more about it. I would say the only thing that I'm going to give credit for is that it looks fairly nice, but at the same time, you have a better version of that in the same park. And now we've lost Splash Mountain, and even if the replacement is better than Splash Mountain, I don't know if the park is redeemable at this point. Now, a pretty major positive, Tron is going to be great, almost undoubtedly based on Shanghai Disneyland's reception. But it's going to clash with the already kind of disjointed Tomorrowland, and the Shanghai one was much better built around being that new futuristic type land. And with new additions being neglected, and the classic rides becoming outdated and even being removed, it seems there is a bit of an issue here. Let's look at Animal Kingdom in comparison, as I said I would. They have not seen frequent additions. We got Flight of Passage and Navi River Journey after Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but not by much. It was the 2016-2017 time. But there is one big reason I excuse it. Outside of the fact they add less rides in general because of the whole animal thing, they gave us Flight of Passage. This is one of the most acclaimed Disney attractions, period. And let's keep in mind, Epcot has done the same. Cosmic Rewind is considered the best Disney coaster now. Hollywood Studios got the original Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and people love that. And the same can go for Galaxy's Edge, even though that was not original. The newest rides at Magic Kingdom, unfortunately, are not only older than these, but are worse. The only thing that is kind of holding the park together is that some classic rides are still there and great. But I feel like to make a park better in this competing age, you have to add some good new stuff. Tron will improve the park, but I don't think it's going to be enough to help with the poor cohesion, smaller amount of great rides, and only one good new addition in an entire 23 years of the park being open this century. Magic Kingdom is just becoming a far worse place to travel to, and I think in the future we'll see more people go to the other parks instead. I do recognize that Disney has a lot of parks. Maybe they don't want to overstuff the press with new Disney World editions, and they try to space them out. But I'll point out, Disney clearly has the money to make their parks better, no matter how many new rides they make at once. And that's even happened before. Like, people will still care. Look at Epcot. They were marketing Cosmic Rewind with Ratatouille, basically, and Cosmic Rewind still got huge popularity and has still brought in tons of new guests. Universal is the same thing. Look at all the stuff they did last year. We had Super Nintendo World, Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash, New Beijing Park, Epic Universe. None of them were overlooked. It's a big deal that you can get all this out there and Universal's still making their parks better. Most of them are the best they've ever been now at Universal. So what's Disney's excuse? I feel that Magic Kingdom, more than other parks, similar to Illumination movies, maybe has come to the realization they don't need to make groundbreaking or even really good attractions to continue to bring in more guests and money. And as a result, the flagship Disney park, possibly the most popular theme park on Earth, is being neglected. And while the other Disney and Universal parks will try to improve their experiences and end up even better than they were, except for Epcot that is, Magic Kingdom has accepted that its best stuff is a remnant of better days and the new stuff is uninspired. Therefore, Magic Kingdom will almost definitely never be the great park it once was in its earlier years. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I realize it was a little mean to Magic Kingdom, but I do want this to be a wake-up call for Disney. Realize that you are giving people mediocrity, and at a certain point, they're not going to put up with it. Subscribe for more theme park content, like the video if you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.